Good evening. You may think, hey, that girl looks familiar. I do. This is a new account. I have the old one. This is Greg Sandy as 2006. That's what it's going to read like, but I have a specific meaning for that. It's not a website, it's a YouTube account. And it's specifically for videos on autism and Asperger Syndrome. The Greg is part of my last name. The Sandy is a variation of my first name. The As is an abbreviation of AS, which is Asperger Syndrome. And the 2006 is there because that's when I learned about autism and when I learned about Asperger Syndrome. And this YouTube account is primarily going to be for people that either want to know more about autism, want to know more about AS. It's a networking tool for me because I need contacts and I need to meet people that are in the autistic community, that are in the Asperger Syndrome community. I would like to meet people that are adults that either have autism or have AS. These people can be global or local right here to Riverside County in Southern California. Ultimately, I would like to be able to, this is ultimately, be able to find a job through this because even though I have an idea and I have a vision in my head for creating an employment agency strictly for those with autism and Asperger syndrome, adults. Children do not work, but children do grow up. Even though I have this vision, and even though I have this idea, and I desperately do really want to do this, I do not have enough experience in corporate America. And I feel that I need 5 to 10 years of experience in corporate America to be able to successfully run my own employment agency, especially that it's geared to those that are autistic or on the autistic spectrum disorder. And I need to have the experience in order to be able to learn how to communicate and to sell whatever it is I need to sell. So I'm hoping within, I'm going to say within a year, maybe 6 months, that this will bring in a few more contacts. I don't have any right now. And I want to be able to meet people face to face. I'm hoping this gives me contacts that I can meet people face to face. I've this is just a general opening for this specific YouTube account. I did go to one Asperger syndrome meeting. I'm gonna say it was probably about 4 or 5 months ago. So this is September, so March, April, somewhere around in there. It was in the IE. It's from Kelly. I believe her last name is Longberg, something like that, but her first name is Kelly. And if you're in the autistic community, and if you're a teenager or a young adult up to the age of 24 and you live in the Inland Empire, you probably know Kelly. And the reason why I went to that is because there was a panel of young adults. Most of them were about 16, 17, 18 in there. Very few were 23, 24, 25. And they had AS, and I wanted to pick their brain. Most of the time, I do not go to that meetup because it is designed for teenagers and young adults, and I previously found out, I guess, to some people, young adult ends at 24, which I guess Yeah, that's about right, because cognitively your brain stops developing at 25, and basically by the time you're 25, 30, somewhere around in there, you're set in your ways, you think the way you think, and nothing nobody can do can change the way you think about life, unless you really try hard to change the way you think. So that must be the reason why young adults stop at about. My webcam just went bye bye because there was an ant on it because I was watering the grass. So let's do this again. There we go. I lost my train of thought. That's, I guess, why the young adult thing stops at 24, because your brain is finished developing at about 25 years old. And I'm not 25. I haven't been 25 in almost 10 years. So I don't go to those AS meetups if it's designed for young adults. And I'm currently an MBA student. Right now I'm in class on Saturdays. I was in a class a couple weeks ago. It ran for 8 weeks, 7 weeks. And that class ran on a Saturday. The class I'm in now is Saturday. It runs till about noon. So there's another meetup that I want to go to in Marietta, but it's very difficult for me to get to that one because I do not get back in Paris till about 1:32. That'd be too much of a rush for me to get there by 2, and so I need to find meetups that are some other day besides Saturday, which is very difficult because the people that give the meetups usually work Monday through Friday, and they reserve Saturday or Sunday for these meetups, which is difficult for me because that's when I'm in class. So I'm hoping that this will give me contacts, global and locally, online, virtually, and face-to-face. If you know anyone that works in the nonprofit sector and has been working with autistic adults, either directly or in an administrative position at a place that helps autistic adults or at a place that helps autistic kids, and I really want to concentrate on Asperger syndrome. So if you know anyone that works at a place, I really desire an administrative position. I do not want to work in direct care anymore. I used to do that for 2 years and 5 months. That's how I learned about autism and Asperger syndrome from my last employer. And I really don't want to work in direct care. Direct care is for someone that has more feeling, and I'm more thinking. I'm more intellectual based. I view myself as task oriented and not relationship oriented. Even though I'm kind of extroverted, I view myself more as a paperwork type person. It's hard to explain. I would need to go into a different video for it because I'm so everybody's complex, but I cannot see myself working in a direct care facility as a child care worker or a therapist or just a paraeducator, or as the previous employer I had, they called it a child care worker, which implies in most people's minds, oh, you work with 3-year-olds, and they were not 3, they were teenagers. But the other one was educational assistant, which is another fancy word for paraeducator. So if you do know anyone that is hiring, please let me know. Better yet, please let them know that I am on here. Hopefully they will not be biased against YouTube. And I look forward to hearing from you all. And if you subscribe to Sandbar 3000, yes, I am the same exact person, so subscribe to me as well. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.